LeetCode 584. Find customer referee. Find the names of customers that are not referred by the customer with the ID of 2. Return the results table in any order. The result format is in the following example. We're going to solve this easy LeetCode question in both SQL as well as Python Pandas, taking you line by line. All right, let's start coding. This problem is pretty simple. With our output on this side of things, we just need to grab a name. And since we only have one table over here, let's start writing our code with that. So we're going to do a select statement. We're just going to grab our specific name over here. We're going to say from customer, which is the table name. Now, what it says over here is to find the names of the customers that were not referred by ID of 2. Okay. So the first thing that we do is where, and then we can say this referee ID. So referee ID, and then we're going to say is not equal to 2. That's essentially what this question is asking for. We do have to say one other thing, because someone might not have been referred, and we're going to have to implement that over here. So we're going to say where it's not 2, we're going to write an or statement, and we're going to say where the referee ID is null. And that's essentially meaning that someone was not referred. If we take a look at our example input over here, we have 3 over here that says the referees are null. So if we just filter out by 2, we're not going to get that in our final result output. So essentially what this code runs, we grab our name from the customer table, we look where this referee ID is not 2, or we look when someone was not referred with this null statement. So just click run, and essentially just like that, in 4 lines of basic SQL, we have an accepted answer. Let's move on to the Python Pandas. All right, Pandas time. Let's start this off. We're going to create a new table over here called customer final, and I should say data frame, not table, but essentially the same thing, right? And we're going to say equals and then customer, and essentially we're going to put our where clause that we had in the SQL side of things over here. So I'm just going to grab everything in customer, and then inside over here, I'll set up parentheses. I'll set up a pipe, which is going to allow us to do an or statement, and then parentheses again. That's just kind of formatting how you're going to do when we're searching inside the specific data frame. So the first thing that we're going to take a look at is where the referee ID is not 2. So let's write that pretty easily. So what we can do is customer. So put customer in here, and then we're going to specifically add that referee ID. So referee ID, and then what we're going to say over here is not equal to 2. So like this, and we'll put 2. Okay, so that's the first thing. And now what we're going to do is grab the null version of this. So feel free to just to copy this right here, paste that at the very end, and put is null like that. And then what we're going to do is one more line of code. We have to return our name. Currently, if we did a return statement with just the customer final, it would return everything, and we just need that name for the final output. So return, we'll put over here this customer final, and then inside over here, we're going to just grab our name. So name like that. I'm going to run it and make sure this works with no errors. And it's been accepted, and this is my exact solution. I've already tested it, but one more time, essentially what we're doing over here is we're creating a new data frame, customer final. We're searching inside of customer where this referee ID is not 2, or, which is this pipe over here, the customer referee ID is null. And then at the very end, we're just returning this customer final that we've already filtered out, essentially with like our where clause in the SQL. We're just grabbing that name because that's what our output needs to be. 2 lines of code. I'd argue that this was even easier than that SQL. Well, that was quite simple of a LeetCode question. Hope you guys did find this video useful. If you did, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm uploading 2 to 3 data videos every single week, staying super consistent. So if you want to watch and grow your data skills, make sure to subscribe. It's 100% for free. And if you're still studying for like an interview or a class, I have a lot more LeetCode questions. I've linked some down below as well as a playlist, and you can also check out that playlist right over here.